Hello, my friend, Pastor Curt here, and I got a question for you. What lifts your faith? I mean, what really bolsters your confidence in God and helps you put trust in Him? If you did it today, what would lift your faith? You know, the answer to this question is oftentimes kind of rote. It's, hey, listening to worship or reading a good Christian book or getting into the Bible, and all those things are good. But there's one way to lift your faith in the Bible that not a lot of people consider, and it really, really works. It can be found in Mark chapter 2. Here's the story. Jesus goes with a bunch of his buddies to Capernaum, that's in Galilee, and he heals a bunch of people. When he circles back around to visit the city again, there's huge crowds there. So much so that you can't even get to Jesus. So 4 guys, 4 buddies, take their friend who's laid out on a mat, and they go up to the roof, they dig a hole, they destroy property, and they lower this guy at the feet of Jesus. Here's what it says. Some men came, bringing to him a paralyzed man, carried by 4 of them. Carried by 4 of them. You see, I call this finding the all-4 faith. Sometimes your faith isn't strong enough, but if you add it to one other person, all of a sudden, it gets a little stronger. And if you get a 3rd person in there, and by the time you get to all 4 faith, you found that your faith has grown stronger than you ever thought or imagined it would. And you start doing things you would never do if it was just you or one other person. You know, in high school, my brother had a rock band. That's right. My brother, he's such a good musician. And he would let me play my flute. That's right. I played the flute in high school. The girls aren't in the tuba section, people. I played the flute, and he would let me play in his rock band. And man, when I played with all of his friends that were great musicians, I thought I was an incredible musician. I'm like, I am jamming here. I am riffing here. When I was in college, I had a roommate who played guitar. His name was Dave. And one day, he looked at his guitar, and I looked at my flute, and I said, come on, let's jam like I used to do in the old days. And I brought out that flute, and he brought out his guitar. Well, guess what we learned? We weren't that great. We needed to be surrounded by greatness to become great. Sometimes when you play with people that have a better skill, a better faith than you, it lifts your faith. Let me ask you this question. Who can you carry and work with today that would lift your faith? God wants to do this in your life. He wants to surround you with people that not only will your skill and your talent, your perspective lift their faith, but their skill, their talent will lift yours. And don't stop at 1. Go on to 3. Get to the all 4 faith level. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, God will see your faith and do something powerful.